Hey Google, turn off. Hey, greetings everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Prospector Jack of Appalachian Prospectors. If anybody's out there, please sign in and say hello. There's a few things I want to talk about tonight. One in particular is how the White Mountain National Forest has instilled a permit for gold panning. Can you believe that shit? That's fucking ridiculous. Gold panning, you need a permit in White Mountain National Forest. A couple of years ago, they have banned the practice of sluicing, and now they are instilling a permit for gold panning. I don't get it. I mean, we have less environmental impact of hikers and bicyclists and so on, but yet they want to instill a permit for gold panning. Out of this fucking world. Can you fucking believe it? I can't. That makes me fucking furious. They take away sluicing and they're gonna require a permit for gold panning. In the meantime, we get hikers out there fucking hiking, and I don't have nothing against hikers. I hike myself. I like it. But, don't bust our fucking balls when we get hikers out there that are up and down. We got thousands of people visiting the White Mountain National Forest daily who are hiking. So you get all these people walking all over the vegetation, walking on trails, and causing what? Causing erosion, right? And meanwhile, you got a handful of people that are out there panning, and they're going to require a fucking permit. Are you crazy? Fucking makes me absolutely fucking out of my mind crazy. I'm live tonight. And if you are tuning in, please chime in and, write something in our comments here. There's got to be somebody out there. I'm waiting. Nobody there yet. Hello, is there anybody out there? Okay. In the meantime, I'll smoke my pipe. Just this past year is when they came out with this permit. Who's behind it? Who said gold panners need a permit? What is up with that? If gold panners need a permit, I say hikers need a permit, horseback riders need a permit, bicyclists need a permit, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go all the way with this here. I'm going to push the fucking envelope. You're going to fuck with us, we're going to fuck with you. All right?
Careful, John.
Yeah? What?
Just be careful.
How many prospectors out there do I have that are with me? Let's do it. I mean, why? Really aggravates me. Is there anybody out there? Come on. Sign in. Chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Maybe I'm out of my mind, but I don't think so. Well, hello there. I can't pronounce that. Musings. Just joined GPAA and was surprised by the lack of access to claims in this area. Though it would give me a bunch of areas to go check out. Opinion on GPAA. Well, my opinion on GPAA. we had to fight legislation in New Hampshire in 2017. Okay. They were trying to ban the practice of gold dredging in the state. And we have a GPAA club in New York, where I'm at here. And we said, no way, because we got to go to like New Hampshire, Vermont. Well, we can't dredge in Vermont, but Maine dredging. They said they're going to ban the practice of dredging in New Hampshire. So we stood up and fought it. We spent a good deal of money, and we contacted the main group, and we contacted them over and over. Nothing but crickets. No response. No nothing. And when it came down to it, when it was go time, I said, well, I'm representing as the GPAA. Nobody said nothing. Said you can't do it. Said they didn't give us any support whatsoever. So we went up there, we fought it, and we brought all kinds of what do you call it? Studies, scientific peer-reviewed studies with us, and we printed them out. Cost over $500 to print all this stuff out in duplicate for every member on the panel, and nothing from the GPAA. No support, no nothing, and that really irks me. So, but anyway, we fought it. We won. And I called California that day. I called the main headquarters of the GPAA and said, we won. Some girl answered the phone and said, well, Brandon Johnson is on the road. He's going from show to show. I said, well, I don't care who you tell, but tell somebody there in the office that we beat legislation. We won. Right? So she did. And eventually, Brandon Johnson got back to me by email, said, we're going to do this story on you. And then Kevin Hoagland said, we're going to do this show on you. And then that was it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And what it boiled down to was Brandon Johnson says, we don't want to get involved politically. Well, guess what? You don't get involved. You don't fight these things that come up against gold prospecting, gold dredging, this, that, and the other thing. You're going to lose your business, man. You're going to lose it. And, so basically they said, you're on your own. You're on your own. So the GPAA is pretty weak on fighting against legislation. Yeah, they have a lot of claims out west, but here in the Northeast or even the eastern part of the United States, they really don't give a shit about what we're doing out here. So, they're pretty weak. They're weak for us. So what we got to do here in the East, and that includes the southern United States, is we got to band together as prospectors, and we got to stand up for our own rights. There is no cavalry coming in to protect us, to help us in any way whatsoever. So we need to stick together. And this is a call to all prospectors in the eastern United States to band together. We need to stick together, and we got to fight these things when they come up. I mean, they banned dredging pretty much in Tennessee, and I don't know, going back several years, which is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. We are our own cavalry. That's right, Jeremy. We are our own cavalry, and the only way we're going to combat this is by sticking together. Unity in a brotherhood of prospectors, whether you're a man, woman, black, white, it doesn't matter. Because if we're out there prospecting, there's nobody coming to help us, and there are plenty of people who are wanting to stop us from doing what we're doing. Like I was saying earlier, was the most recent thing I have seen here is in the Green Mountain or in the White Mountain National Forest. They have required that we need a permit even to pan for gold. Can you believe that shit? To pan for gold. I don't get it. I mean, we leave a very small footprint of what we're doing there, and they require a permit. Why don't they require a permit for hikers? I mean, there are so many hikers out there. They are defecating on the trails. They're urinating. They're leaving garbage and stuff like that. And they're leaving a huge impact. They're leaving a huge footprint of human, whatever you want to call it. But yet they require a permit for gold panning. It just happened this year, Jeremy. Just happened this year. This is the first year they require a permit, and it's absolutely insane. I'm not going to stand by and let this bullshit happen. And I hope there will be other prospectors out there that are going to stand by me, stand by Appalachian Prospectors, and we're going to fight this. It is nuts. Yes, we have Jeremy Partridge with us, the Partridge Family Prospecting. And if you've never seen his channel, check it out. That is Partridge Family Prospecting. Check it out on YouTube. Quite frankly, why do they single us out? Because we're a small group. Musings, we have asked private landowners for access, and we do get it. But the thing is, like the White Mountain National Forest is public lands, and it's open to the public. And why would they require a permit for panning? It was like 2 years ago, they banned the practice of sluicing, which again leaves a very small footprint. There's nobody doing damage in the White Mountain National Forest with any kind of gold prospecting. And as a matter of fact, it is federal land, and we are protected by the laws of the gold mining laws of 1872. And, they want to single us out. I am willing to stand up, and I think we collectively ought to sue the USDA and the National Forest Service because of, singling us out. And we can only do it if we stick together. If we stick together, if we can pull together, and I know there's plenty of us out there who could pull together, but, it's just another form and another means of control over the people. And we're a small group, so, if we just lay right down and take it, well, then they're going to give it right to us. They're going to stick it right up where. And I can just imagine who's behind it, and I'm only speculating. And there's a lot of hikers who are involved with the Sierra Club, and they're usually the people behind Sierra Club, Trout Unlimited, these guys. All these environmentalists want to say that we are destroying the environment. We are not. We are good caretakers of the environment. There's been numerous news articles over the summer about hikers that have left the trail a mess. They are spray painting graffiti on rocks, on signs, and stuff like that. I haven't seen that from the gold prospecting community, and if I did, I would say something. I would certainly say something. We kind of police ourselves, because the last thing we want is people making it hard for us. We don't want bad actors out there saying, doing things that are going to affect us. I don't believe that, I don't really believe that, there's been a lot of prospectors out there. We normally pick up trash that is not ours. We carry it out. If we're out there in the river, we get heavy metals out of the river. We remove pollution. I mean, why are they gonna break our balls over this shit? Over panning? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am furious. And if you're not furious, I mean, you ought to get a look at what's going on, people. If you're not furious, you should be. But I'm just taking a look here at the live chat comments. Jeremy, thank you. You are welcome. Also was at Wham dredging, and man, it's been hit hard this year. Did better panning in the White National. You did better in the White National Mountain National Forest, Jeremy. We did okay. We did one weekend. We took the club up there, the Tri-State GPAA. We went up and we hit pretty good and hard on the at the campground for one day, and we turned up some good gold. Yeah, Jeremy Partridge says I pull a trash bag every time I go to any river. That's right. We're picking up, other people's trash because we are very conscious of the environment. We don't want to leave. We want to leave it better than we found it. And that's what we do as prospectors. But musings, thanks for info. And yes, agree about stupid permit. I am a new prospector, just trying to go have some fun in nature, not to find more harassment. I hear you, musings, and that's why I'm into it. That's why we are into it as Appalachian prospectors. It's not like we're out there mining commercially. We are out there to have a good time, to connect with nature. It's what we like to do. We camp out. We pan for some gold. We may sluice. We may even, in areas where we can, we dredge. But it's about being in the water. It's about being in the river. It's about seeing bears and deer and fish and, I don't want to be harassed by the law. I don't want to be harassed by the government. It's not like we're out there making huge loads of money or anything. I mean, most of the time, the amount of gold we find don't even pay for our trip. We're not out there mining commercially. We're out there having a good time. We're out there exploring. We're out there exploring geology. Once upon a time, the national parks, state parks, and everything, they encouraged mineral collecting, whether it was gold or rocks or whatever. But now they just want to harass you. It's not right. Why do they single us out? I'll tell you why, because we're a small group and we are not organized. What we need to do is get organized like those people of the Sierra Club, and Charter Limited, and so on and so forth. They have it together pretty good. They've been suing the state and stuff like that. Maybe we ought to take a page out of their playbook. We got to turn it around and turn it back on them, because we're not bad people. We're not doing bad things. We are environmentalists. We are trying to create better fish habitat. We are, making a better world. We connect with nature. So that's the thing. Jeremy, you are right. They all have money backing. We got to get some big peeps involved. We do, and unfortunately, like the GPAA, well, they do support like AMRA and public lands for the people, which is pretty good, but they don't directly get involved with fighting legislation. So, and I don't want to bash the GPAA because I've really enjoyed the GPAA. I'm a member, and I've been a member since 2009. Christopher French, we are mountain men. We need our woods and our prospecting. You are absolutely right about that. I agree. I strongly agree with that. And yes, it's all about the adventure. It is all about the adventure, and that's why we're, that's what we do. Some of the best people I ever met have been prospectors. And, since I've really been back into it, um, I've met so many good people and very good people, and I've never met any bad prospectors. And all of them are conscious about the environment, about picking up after not only themselves but other people. And we need each other. We need to lean on each other, and then whenever something comes up, we should help each other. Like whatever's happening out west, we should chime in. We should write legislators. We should, because we have an interest there, because there's a lot of public lands out there, and those are your lands. That's my land. So we have a voice. Don't let them bullshit you. You can contact senators, congressmen in Utah, California, Oregon, stuff like that, and then you can voice your opinion. That's why it's important to get involved with AMRA, American Mining Rights Association, Public Lands for the People. We can help each other, but here in the Northeast, we have to rely on just each other. If you're a New England prospector, if you're a Southern prospector, if you're a prospector in Pennsylvania, if you're a prospector in, Maryland, whatever, we need to band together and stick together. We need a network of prospectors where we can stand up and fight government bureaucracy. Because there are people out there who are against us for no good reason. And we need to, and they have a lot of money. We can win. Believe me, we can win, because we won in New Hampshire, by God. We could turn it around in Vermont if we had the people backing us. I mean, the people of Vermont backing us, but we needed the people of Vermont. That's sorry to hear there, Musings. My husband and I tried to pan at Delaware Water Gap, and the forest ranger went ballistic for the rocks we had in a bucket. Could only take berries and nuts per them. Ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Because you know what? If it is, that is regulated and run by the National Park Service, which to me, I would think that puts it into the public lands category. If it's in the public lands category, it is open for mineral claims. I live right on a Delaware, so and let me tell you, since the National Park Service has taken over, the place is so polluted. There's so much riparian damage, garbage all over, people defecating on the banks and urinating. It is freaking absurd. I can remember the days when, before then, we had grass on the banks. We had, the garbage wasn't all over. There were local people that actually went down and raked bottle caps up out of the sand, whatever. But now the National Park Service prohibits that sort of activity because they take care of it. I don't know. So it's a win-lose situation. we have a right. We have a right to mine. The 1872 mining laws, if it's public lands, if it's federal public lands, we have a right to prospect. And each state, you have a right to prospect. It's just a matter of cutting through all the red tape and figuring out what is what. And sometimes we might even need a lawyer, you know. But I think if we all got together, we could get our lawyer, and we could get one lawyer, a couple lawyers, or a group of lawyers, and we could fight this. You know, there's no need in just laying down and taking the bullshit. Excuse me while I take a drink. Okay, Kenny Whitaker. I am from northeastern PA. Have you prospected in northeastern PA? I have some, yes, and I have found gold. I have found gold. It's not really big, but there is gold in northeastern Pennsylvania. So I live near northeastern Pennsylvania, Pike County, Wayne County, and definitely there is gold there. And the point is, you know, you should be able to go out to any state land. And you can. You're allowed to go out to state land as long as it's not wild game lands, and you can prospect. But you'll have to follow up on those laws because they're changing all the time. And I would suggest that you print those laws out and you carry it in your pocket. So if you are harassed by DEC or whatever the state environmental officers call themselves, that you have a copy for them, show them, look, this here's the law, leave me alone, and just go fuck off. How about that? Some of them might know the laws, but many of them don't, you know, just like a lot of police don't know the law, really. So, you know, so my thing is that we need to pull together. It's call to action, basically. Prospectors need to stick together, and we need to stand up for our rights, basically. You know, how can you say it's okay for the White Mountain National Forest to have a permit for gold panning? That is not okay. It's not okay in my book. You know? So that's about it, I guess. I don't know. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, that's a good idea, Musings. We'll totally print and bring the next time. Make sure you print those laws out and carry it in your pocket. So when they do harass you, you know, you can whip it out and say, hey, look, I have a right to be here. Just like the fisherman has a right to be here, or the hunter, or the hiker, or, you know, because it's your land. It is your land. You paid for it with your tax dollars. You know, we are not a beneficiary of the state. The state works for us, you see. We don't live to serve the state. The state serves us. The federal government serves us. We don't serve them. And when they pull this bullshit, we got to, you know, lay down the law and show them, hey, listen, we ain't taking this. There are groups out there, like I said before, who are working against us all the time. And it is all the time. And I can tell you who they are. The Sierra Club, Trout Unlimited, and a whole host of other environmentalist groups. Now, they started out good, but they have become corrupt. And there is an agenda that they are pushing. So, and if you don't believe me, do a little search. You can look up UN Agenda 21. That's one thing you can take a look at. Bring it up. Look at it. Don't just take my word for it, or don't just doubt my word, but do some research. And that's what prospecting is, research. Yeah, exactly there, Jeremy. How can they not listen to a shit ton of big ass prospectors holding pickaxes? LOL. Yeah, right. I mean, we could throw a tantrum like some other groups that are doing right now. We could turn cars over. We could set them on fire. We could do this, do that. But, that's really not what we're about. I mean, we could do that, get their attention. But find gold is find. I have found gold on the Appalachian Trail in New Jersey. Not far from the Appalachian Trail. Very fine gold, but it is there, and there's no reason why we should be required to have a permit or be harassed because we're users like anybody else in our state parks, national parks, etc., etc., etc. And why give us a bunch of headache? Why are we the center of controversy? We shouldn't be. But anyway, let's stand together. Don't tread on me. And this is Prospector Jack and of Appalachian Prospectors. And I think I will be signing out soon. So everybody have a good night. Have a great weekend. And heavy pants to everyone. I hope you all find some yeller. Okay, take care. Good night, everybody.
Good night.